Can you hear me on the live stream now? Can you hear me talking? No, you can't hear me talking.
No, not your voice,
Hmm.
no. Oh no, it's delayed.
What the fuck is up, ladies and gentlemen? PTV Lex is our #1 chatter. We're gonna get started here in just a minute. Let me. The frogs make crazy noises that you can hear better when you have your headphones on. Whoa, they jump. I have one white frog. I hope they're still in there. I don't see the white frog anymore. I'm concerned. GG gamers. So this is the Forever Realm, and I've been playing 806 days, but how long have we been playing this realm in real life? Maybe 6 months?
6 months?
A while. And we've been slowly building, but I'm pretty lazy a lot of times. A lot of times I just do exactly what I'm doing right now, just running around, doing absolutely nothing. And I have ideas. Oh, the chickens are so loud. I have ideas for projects in my head, right? But once I just get into the world, it's hard to, you know. Let's turn them down. It's hard to really get in the flow, you know. Because I get a little paralyzed with like, oh, does this look good? Is this bad? See, I've been, oh God, I have to get rid of this. I've been not wanting to add these gravel paths for a long time now because I was worried they were going to look bad. And there's already some issues because sometimes, look, I have a 3 wide entry here and I want to keep the path only 2 wide. So same here, 3 wide stairs because I did these like super long ago when I first got here. This was the first build ever. Was this villager breeder that I had in my previous Java hardcore world. And it worked really, really too good on Java. And when I decided to switch to Bedrock, I wanted to rebuild it because it was such an integral part of my success on my previous world. But on Bedrock, it does not seem to work very well. The villagers just get stuck. They don't fall through. I don't know if maybe I didn't build it perfectly. But I don't know. It didn't work. On my last world, I had a way that they could swim out of the water like this, and I'd be able to pull them out with a boat and move them wherever I needed. But even though that didn't work very well, I have a village right there, so I was able to sustain enough of a villager population and once I built this wheat farm, which was the second next thing I built, the villagers were able to thrive on their own in a natural way, which I kind of like. And they farm all this wheat, and it's really annoying, and it makes me pick up all these seeds and wheat when I don't want to. But now that I added this path, it's kind of good. I probably can make these smaller. I made them ridiculously big when I first started because I didn't have shit, and we needed food, and we needed to grow the villager population. So I just started making hella wheat farms, just big hella wheat farms. But now I have a lot of wheat stored up. Not an absurd amount, but like enough that an average Minecraft player is like has enough wheat, you know. Let me just do some wheat collecting because I love how it looks to do the wheat collecting. With the actions and stuff, animations, like throwing the seeds out of the bag, it looks so good. But yeah, I built these wheat farms way too big, and I put these cherry trees in them, and they're cute, but I could do something more stylistic now that I have a lot more blocks, you know? When you're trying to build stuff early in the world, you don't have a ton of different block palettes really available to you, so I end up doing pretty basic builds. But I like it though because I plan to play in this world for a really long time. I don't want to switch worlds because Minecraft worlds are infinite. So if I ever am really, really down bad and just hate the world, I'll just go like 5 million blocks in one direction and restart. I think that's such a cool idea that I've seen going around the interwebs. The seed sound.
No, your voice is louder.
Okay, I want my voice to be louder, but in my headphones, the seed sound is like really loud. Okay. And like when I was jumping in the water before, the water sound was really loud in my headphones. Like I couldn't even hear myself.
No, I've just been hearing you talk, honestly.
We had one viewer. Look at, there was one viewer. He said, "Yo, what's good? Pizza Party 45." Sorry, I'm gonna have to. If we start getting more viewers, I'm gonna have to make the chat bigger. Because right now it's a really tiny window on my screen, and I can't really see it that well. Not the villager breeder, huh? Are you a member of the Blood Gang? I don't know how you're listening to the stream back on a 1 minute delay in the same room as me. What?
It's funny.
And then your own voice is probably coming through when you respond to me.
I know, that's why I wasn't talking as loud.
And you're probably giving me a weird echo because I can hear myself through the headphones. So they can.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, but look at how good this seed spreading looks. Like I'm just spreading my seed. Spreading my seed. Throwing out the bag. We got 4 viewers. Let's go. What's good? Spam ones in the chat. Spam 1 in the chat if you want to subscribe. I'm not even monetized, but send me a gifted. No guarantee. Might never stream again. YOLO. Oh, look it. I'm. Oh, let me make some baby chickens here. And then what we need to do. This is the newest update, guys. I don't know if everybody's seen this shit, but you can they got golden dandelions, and you feed it to the chicks, and they'll stay baby chicken forever. Watch out, guys. Yep. So those chicks should stay baby chicken forever, which I think is really cute. There used to be ways people would try and do that with name tags. And I'm pretty sure that works on Java Edition, but I don't know if it works on Bedrock. Probably not, and that's probably why they added. This build looks so good. This horse stable. The campfire's really loud. I was liking the leaves and the vines and the brick and the mud blocks. I said this in one of the other shorts I did, or one of the earlier videos I did, but the mud bricks are like, I'm an OG Minecrafter, so the mud bricks were not a thing. These are like a new addition to the game. I don't know when they actually got added, but to me, that's like a new ass block. And but I think they look good. I really like them. They flow a lot better with like green builds than stone bricks do. But yeah, I really like them, so I've been using them. I've been trying to use them in more builds, but they're kind of hard to get. I made this weird I made this weird like mud farm. It's a really fun build because I'm not that good at redstone.
Yeah.
But like I found a video where they like showed me how to do this with this furnace. Is it a furnace? No, hopper minecart, like going back and forth to distribute. And it's, you have water bottles in all these dispensers, and what I do, look at, there's water bottles. Oh no, it's empty, but I have more water bottles somewhere. Yeah, let's fill some water bottles. Watch, this is what you do. You fill these water bottles. Oh, my inventory's full. And then you take them and you open this up and you throw them up here. And this water tunnel, this bubble column collects the water bottles that I throw out there and takes them to that chest. And then it goes down into those dispensers. Let me fill some more in here. Rip. Guys, we just had some stir fry. Broccoli stir fry. I think that the mop frog name is way cooler. I got the mop. My skin has the mop haircut. The mop top haircut. And then I just saw that picture of the red frog that I have on my my profile, my PFP, and it looked cool, so there we go. But yeah, let me fill up some of these bottles. But this is a mud farm, and basically what you do is you take dirt, because this is how you make mud. You take dirt, and there's dispensers got all filled with water bottles. You fill the dirt in here, click the button, it hits the dirt with the water bottle, and then you mine it, and then they get collected, and they come down here. So this, it's not like totally automatic. You have to fill in these dirt like that and press the button, but then you mine the mud. You see, and it's a quick way to. Oh my god, my scroll wheel on my mouse is so bad. It's a quick way to make mud. Now that I have an elytra, I just went and I found a mangrove. See, it doesn't even work that good. I went and I found a mangrove biome, which is where there's like a ton of mud, and you can just mine it all up with a shovel. Yeah, mangrove swamp. That's new ass biome too. Like, what the fuck, frogs in mangrove swamps? But I love it. I love it. They need to do more with the witch's hut. The witch's hut could be cooler than it is, but it's a really old, it's like the jungle temple and the witch's hut were some like old ass structures you could find in Minecraft. Desert temples, but they should revamp it, make some more witch shit. What?
I said Should I send my dad the link to you?
No, no. I'm gonna talk about fucking bitches and getting money on here. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Sorry. Sorry for party rocking. Mm, 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 mm. Spam one's in the chat. No, Lexi, you're not supposed to type 1. You're supposed to
I know.
do the number 1. Jesus Christ. See, what happens when I do this? We back, and we back, and we back, and we back. This house was like a weird...
Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay, wait, let me go back.
There it is.
Yeah, nice. Why is it in like a weird screen?
Oh, because my iPad computer is like...
Oh god. Let me go back to giving the lore of the world, right? So we built a villager breeder. We started building these farms. This, I actually don't remember what I built first. I built them like at the same time. This cobblestone tower right here. Because my last hardcore world, I had a big tower in the middle that I really liked. And this one, I'm not super happy with it. It's too short and like fat. And then it's like the villagers got all fucked up here and I had to fucking change this. They always get stuck on the ladders. It's so stupid. Yeah. But by the time I was living really far away in the side of a mountain. So by the time I got here, I had a lot of shit, enchanting shit. So I wanted to set this up like really quickly because I was trying to speed run to that point because I was pissed off that I had already died in the last hardcore world. Oh, I put this... I haven't seen this for months. I put this sign that says achievement because I needed an achievement to write something on a sign. Yeah, so I built this tower and I built this little shed. I had this idea to have little tiny sheds across the base, right? So I built this little shed and my idea was that it's simple enough that I can copy it in like multiple locations where I need like a little grouping of chests, and that I would put the copper golems had just come out when I was starting this. So actually that's probably a good way to pinpoint when we started the world. It was like literally the same day that they added the copper golems. And yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna build these sheds all around the base with copper chest where the copper golem can sort like the 4 chests that are at each shed. It doesn't even really work that fucking good because the copper golem AI is like totally buggy. So I kind of gave up on that and I started manually sorting. But like I have a nice sorting system. Some of these changed over time. I had different shit in here and then I ended like a lot of these were more filled and I ended up spreading everything out, you know, once I got more storage areas. But yeah, I built this and I built the shed. I started outlining these walls very early. I liked this design with the cobblestone and the spruce slabs and then the oak wood. And I started outlining because I knew I wanted to build like a compound, a bunch of houses and stuff. Like it's not really that good of a custom village because I'm kind of ass at building, but it's a custom village nonetheless. So I started outlining these walls and I knew that I needed a big area for chickens, sheep, and cows. So I started outlining those. And I tried to follow some of the natural landscape and I felt like this was a good area to have some farms. And I had the villager breeder, so I established the farms over here. And then I was like, okay, well, I need a house for some villagers. So, oh God. Why is this dirt? I needed a house for some villagers, so I fucking started building. We started blasting. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Oh, the scroll wheel on my mouse is so bad. Hold on, let me try and fix it. It's so bad. It's like not smooth. I need to start like just pressing buttons to like tab to my items instead of relying on the scroll wheel, but I'm just so used to using the scroll wheel to swap items. Yeah, so then I was like, okay, I need to start getting emeralds ASAP. Let me start trading with some of these villagers. So like some of my favorite trades that I like to do is glass panes. Oh baby. If you cure a zombie villager and turn him into a cartographer, he'll trade you like 6 or 7 glass panes for an emerald. That's fire. Because, God, I need a calculator, but like, make a stack of glass into glass panes. You get 128, 130, 160 glass panes divided by 6 or 7. Thanks, Simon. Divided by 6 or 7.
Yeah.
How many is that? How many emeralds is that going to be? Tell me in the chat, guys. 160 divided by 6 or 7. Yeah.
Guys, guess.
Yeah. No, I need these. Oh, these bottles are for the mud farm. I'm telling the Lord, I'm getting real sloppy with my item sorting. Yeah, this came way later. I need to eat food. I'm really bad at eating food, too. Oh, that's loud, too. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I had the farms. I made this little house for the villagers so I could start trading. You can see there's some OG cartographers here. Sharpness 4, not bad. Then a new trade that I learned about was bone meal, because I very quickly, well, I decided to live here. One, because there was a village right there. But then I wanted to be in the forest, not in the plains. But then two, there was this giant open cave over here. Like, this shit was insane. I was like, whoa, giant open cave. And it's so big over here. It's so big down there. It's massive. And I've mapped out like most of it. But it's giant fucking cave. I also have like a man-made cave that I made over here. Like I dug out this entire fucking room.
What the?
And I dug this fucking hole all the way down. I'm gonna dig it all the way to bedrock. But yeah, when I was searching in that cave, I found this, which I've wanted to build a house for like since these early days. And I wanted to build over here, but it's just a little bit, this hill kind of disconnects it a little bit from the main base, which ended up being more over there now. But anyway, down here, this was epic. This was an epic come up when we started the world. Can y'all guess what this is?
What?
Can y'all guess what the fuck this is? I haven't been here in months now, because since we like got to the end, it's a skeleton farm. Oh baby, it's a skeleton farm. I got pretty good at building these on my last couple playthroughs on some hardcore worlds on Java, and I was really happy to see that like the skeleton farm. Oh, see, there's some copper golem down here that oxidized because I didn't get any wax for them. Fuck. But yeah, the skeletons get pushed down here, and then they go down there, and then this bubble column takes them up, and then they come and they fall down in there. So they're on like 1 heart, so I'm pretty sure I can just punch them. But once I got like my better tools, I kept breaking the blocks in the back when I was trying to kill them, like to heal the mending on my pickaxe, so I added obsidian all behind it. Pretty OP. Yep, you see him coming up the bubble column. This is a fun build. I was proud of myself when I started being able to put this skeleton farm together. Like, that was a pretty advanced technique for me. But yeah, then I set up the copper golems so that they could sort it, like bones, arrows, which are like the two most common drops, and then they can sort armor and stuff pretty good if you have the like enough pieces of armor and bow and arrows. But yeah, the chest would always just fill up with fucking bow and arrows and shit, so I needed to separate the collection chest a little more. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna get out of here so not that many skeletons spawn. I don't remember what this was, just some bullshit I was building. Yeah, I don't need that. Just leave it there. Had to use ladders, didn't have any elytra. Let's get some viewers in here, guys. What the fuck? What the fuck is up, Kyle? How do we boost off? How do we blast off? We gotta post on Twitter. That's how Hassan blasts off. Guys, tune out now if you're a Donald Trump lover. Okay. Talk to the bee. Because you're a pussy. Yeah, so we got the bone meal farm going. Then I started trading white dye, which is pretty epic for emeralds. I still don't have any beacons. That's a big thing that we should make a video about sometime. Maybe do a live stream and turn it into a video. Is defeating the wither, making some beacons. But I've been doing it without. And I've been trying to save some stuff, you know. Go a little more slow. I mean, I have all netherite and elytra and stuff, but yeah. We went pretty slow. So I built these farms. I had this. This was like my little house. I like these cute little building, a lot of cute 3x3s. I always do that for villagers, so that was fun. And I had this cool new like fat roof technique with these little overhangs that I thought was really cute. So it's actually like see-through in there. Trying some stuff out, trying to be a little creative. I think the next thing I started building was this path of melons. Another good emerald trade. Oh, I know why I was trading for emeralds so much was to get all my max enchanted gear with books. Started collecting some melons and some pumpkins. Just building some more villager houses. Yep. Some librarian villagers. Yeah, here's another cartographer. I saw some videos back a long time ago when I was building this stuff. Oh no, I don't remember what I built first. I think I built this first before that building over there. This is like another farmhouse that was supposed to be like a barn that connected this upper layer with the wheat fields down here. I think it's pretty cute. It's super open. I was gonna have it like go into like an underground tunnel under here, and I might still at some point. I don't know if it lines up with the castle. I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't really line up. So I don't know. I might have to like turn in there or something to get to the castle, but go all the way under the base and go to the castle. That could be pretty cool. So I built that. I built some of these wheat farms, and I built a lot more walls. That was the wall era. Building a lot more walls all around. See, there's some walls that I didn't even really finish out here. Trying to like take more space for the base. And the idea was like, oh, I'll build all these walls out really far, and then that'll give me space that I can then work with to start building stuff. Because once you have an enclosed space, it's easier to think about what to fill it with than when you have an unlimited amount of space. It can be kind of daunting. So if you give yourself a more enclosed space, you might be able to come up with something cool. Did that come through on the mic? Alright, then I built this house. I saw a TikTok of some like row home style houses where it's like three in a row and it's like a diagonal house a little bit where they're all like offset. And I didn't want to recreate that exactly, but I just like that idea of like a three panel house. I should have made it a lot wider and done like three separate doors. So it really looked like three row homes lined up. But I didn't have a lot of resources at the time. But I was trying to slow play it and not like go super crazy. So I wanted to just do it as best as I could at the time. I had discovered a trial chamber. I could show that to you. That's where I got all the tough. Oh fuck. That's where I got all the tough from a trial chamber because it's way easier to just mine the tough bricks in the trial chamber than it is to mine the raw tough underground. Around the time that I built this house too, well no, exactly the time that I built this house, they had just, oh no, did they add the shelves with the copper golem? Maybe, but I hadn't used them yet, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try and incorporate shelves in the interior of this house. So like I made like a banister to this staircase with shelves, which I like. That still looks pretty okay. Yeah, banister to these staircases, and I needed a potion room, so I used it to like separate this off a little bit from like so you don't fall down here. I don't know. I did some funky stuff with trapdoors and shelves. The roof of this house gave me so much hard time figuring out how to make it look good, and then it fucking burned down anyway because I put the copper lightning rod right on top of it, and I thought that was fine, but nope, it actually burns the house down, so fuck me. But yeah, I built this house. I'm gonna steal this ender chest because I don't have one. Yeah. There's a villager dying somewhere. Don't kill yourself, guys. I think maybe I actually built this shed. I built this and this shed first, and then I built that. Because my 4 chests over there were all getting filled up, so I built another shed. This is the only 2 sheds I have. I probably could build some more. And I want to build some more, but I needed a bigger storage room, which is in the basement of the castle, which is still not done on the interior. So something I need to do. A lot of times in my Minecraft worlds, I would build these large underground bases inside a mountain or just underground, and I really like that, making tiny rooms and passages and hallways in these underground bases. But then I would see people posting like videos of their Minecraft world, and they would have these big above ground cities. And I'm like, oh shit, I only have one house on the surface and a farm, and then like a giant underground basement, or like everything built into a mountain. So you can't see it from above. So when I started this world, I was like, oh, I'm gonna not build shit underground. I want to build stuff like all over the top, so that you can do like what I can do now and fly around and look at the whole village. Super fire with the pyramids. Like, come on, bro, this is sick. So yeah, I built this cute like water feature in here. I thought that was fun. I don't know where I saw that. Somebody had some like waterfalls in their base, so I was like, oh, there was a weird space here. I was like, let me just put a little waterfall back there. I started throwing villager beds like everywhere just because I wanted them to sustain their population and spread out as I was building more stuff, but I didn't have enough houses for them to actually live in, so I just started throwing fucking beds all over everywhere on the ground just so villagers would walk around. I struggled for a long time to figure out where I wanted this wall and like some of these walls. I had struggled for a long time, move them around, reorganize them different ways, just like what's the way that flows and I can build stuff in, and gave me issues for a long time. I still don't love some of this. But once I saw something about bees, I was like, oh, I want to build a bee. I knew I wanted to build a pyramid because I've been doing that in a lot of my old hardcore worlds. I had built pyramids with sugarcane farms in them. That's the other building that's in here besides the mud farm, is this sugarcane farm. I love these buildings. They're super cute. And it's nice that they're inside the pyramid because they don't really have backs. Just the front looks cute, and the tops I made look cute, but yeah, this is a sugarcane farm. It's really slow and tiny. It's literally just 2 rows of sugarcane. It's just as big as I could fit it in the pyramid because that's what it was. And then it spits it. It goes underneath. There's some automatic crafting down there, and it spits it back up here. And I started using these copper trapdoors as like pipes with the water flowing through, and then it fills paper into here. That's almost full. I should actually take some of this. Might be able to see. Yeah, this is the automatic crafter. So the sugarcane gets picked up in these hoppers under here, which this is probably not the best way. I should have done this. There's probably way too many hoppers. I probably am causing myself some lag with these hoppers. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. But, what was this about? Oh, it's something to do with the redstone. Okay, yeah. It's something to do with the redstone. The way this crafter works. This feedback loop. It's lagging?
No.
Oh, nice. I had an issue with, I didn't have enough space to build the automatic crafting thing that I had built in my last world. So I had to watch a YouTube video about this. I don't understand how this works at all, but it does. And yeah, it automatically crafts paper. Yep. There it goes. There it goes. And then it slides on the ice. And then it spits up there. Wow, this is awesome. We just got to watch that. That was sick. Confirmed works. And does any of the paper get trapped in there? I don't know. Oh god. I'm stuck. Yeah, and then the paper goes in here. Nice. 15 paper. There's some other good shit in these chests. Some sandstone. Building stuff when I was building these. So then once I built the pyramid, and then I built these farms in here, I built it a little bit far away from the rest of the base. This thing was not here. So then I was like, how do I connect this to the pyramids? And I was like, let me make a pathway with beehives on the side. That could be cool, like a pathway, and it's like down through this like bee sanctuary. So I built like this cool pathway with bricks and the rooted dirt and the coarse dirt. The coarse dirt is dope. Super underrated. To connect it to the pyramid. And then I added all these beehive farms. Especially too because at the time, like I talked about earlier, the copper drop was new. So we're like, oh shoot, I'm gonna need a lot of honeycombs. I don't have any shears over here right now, so I can't collect any. But yeah, I built these like arches out of sandstone, and the green and the sandstone, it kind of connects it from the foresty vibes over there to the beach sand vibes over here. A little bit of in between. The azalea trees like line it, and it's the flower theme, you know. So pretty fire. I put some sunflowers and peonies under here. This was not here. The horse stable was not there. The farm, these farms are here, and this shit is all new. But yeah, built this beehive. I just added this recently, actually. kind of a new addition, but I kind of like it. It's cute. I found some extra... Are they called bells or what? I don't know. This was something cool I did where I stacked up... I found these 2 red terracotta pieces in like a underground chest or something.
Okay.
And so I built these like little like towers. I don't know what they are even. And it's like a mangrove log that's stripped, and then these are pots that are stacked up on top of each other, and then you like can't see the top of it, like, and they make a little tower. And then I put the red terracotta in the middle as like an accent block, and then some mangrove trap doors around the top to look like it's like going into something. I don't know, but they kind of create a little barrier, and like behind them there's like a little sanctuary, like campfire spot. So I put a bunch of flowers, and there were some frogs living here before, but it was a little infinite water source. This is a cute spot. I should do like a thumbnail here or something. How do I do a screenshot? Screenshot. Screenshot. My little animations on my guy are so funny. I did screenshot. Screenshot from the first stream. I'll have to add a thumbnail to the stream. I don't know if it has a thumbnail right now. Maybe let me open the YouTube. Oh, I can send myself hearts in the chat. Let's go. It's weird because on YouTube it doesn't look like I'm streaming. Oh, here it says I am live. Oh, my thumbnail is the "will be back." That's funny. It stopped?
No, I was asking if it's because you were back on the home screen.
Now it's connected. Cool.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah, before it wasn't like connected to
Yeah.
stream is healthy. I want to see like my stream time. Oh, there it is. 44 minutes. Vibes. Vibes. Can I see that on OBS somewhere? Oh yeah, here on the bottom. Okay. I see. This is why I don't need YouTube app open and OBS. I'm really new to all the OBS, CapCut shit, so it's not super easy for me. I never took any like video editing or photography classes or anything, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I found some good tutorials that set me up with this like live streaming setup that I've even been using to record my normal videos, where it's like pretty clear with the different sources for the screens and the audio channels and stuff. There's some more advanced stuff that he got into that I don't really bother with and I just keep it on like one setup where you can hear my voice through my headset mic, and then it records the game audio. And I haven't done any like fine tuning of the audio levels or anything. A lot of the like big streamers that I'm watching, they're always like adjusting the audio levels, but I don't know. I'm not like hearing myself back, so I don't know what it sounds like on your end. We gotta ask the Goblin and Captain Chong 420. Speaking of, I think it's time that we do a little gardening. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Mute the mic for a minute. Toodaloo. Yo, I just realized that the guy Pizza Party who commented like 40 minutes ago, his name is Pizza Party, and that's definitely a reference to the Epstein files. Some chat, clip this. Chat, clip this. Epstein files on my first stream. Whoa. Chat, write that down for my editor. At 48 minutes, we got the Epstein clip. Goddamn, I got 0 viewers now. Even Lexi couldn't stay in for 45 minutes. I don't know what's the meta with the stream. Like, will people watch it afterwards if it's like 5 hours long? I don't know. I feel like people like long VODs. But I don't know if like... Damn, my CPU's only at 10%. Is that good? I like just got this. Is my mic on? Yeah. I like just got this PC, so I don't even know how it works. You know what? I might cut this live... No, I'm not going to cut this live stream here. But I might cut a video out of this where it's like World Tour.
The bumblebee's cute.
It's going to be really chopped because I'm not going to edit it at all. And it's just going to be this first fucking 50 minutes of my live stream. But whatever. That's like the first half is up until when we got the pyramid. After the pyramid, I don't even know what was next. I think it was the castle. The castle was really next. And in order to build the castle, I had to take some... The castle, see, is not done on the inside. All this should be like it's inside. Right now, it's still like dirt. Okay, you know, so the castle walls are erected. Um, and this is my most recent build, is the garden. And I was testing out a redstone door here, which you'll see in my older videos. But so to build the castle, I really had to just kind of guess. Like, I didn't want to build it up here. I wanted to build it over there. I don't know. It was hard to find a spot to build. So I just started chopping. And it ended up like, I didn't want my farms to be like all the way on the edge of the world of my thing. So by adding castle here, I was able to start this loop around where you can go around the farms and connect back to the front. Because if you think about it, the build order was like from here, from the tower, over this direction, over to here, over all the way to the pyramid. So then to come and build this castle here, I was coming back. And that allowed me to loop around and to build these like outside areas. This is still really unfinished, but like eventually this, I think, could be like an extra side entrance for the castle. I don't know, something weird. I just thought it was close, but there's like stonemason villagers in there or something. Yeah, so then I was like, oh, I'm going to start doing paths because I've been anxious about the paths for so long. I talked about that earlier. And I built these like brick, granite, coarse dirt. I was on the coarse dirt grind path. And I had come in to acquire a large amount of stone bricks and andesite bricks. So, and some mangroves. So I started building the castle. The castle came out like it hasn't had a lot of like changes. Like I built the castle like just like this the first try, and that was it. The windows took I planned out. I knew I wanted these like protruding windows with the leaf, this leaf block behind trapdoors, but I didn't know how this like, I don't even know what it's called, the edge of that goes out over the window. Yo, what's up, Dakota Weisenhunt? I'm just doing a little world tour, you know, going through my builds, talking about the inner workings of my mind. Can you join? No, you can't join, bro, because I only have a realm for 2 people, and my girlfriend needs to play with me sometimes, so sorry, man. But maybe if you spam ones in the chat, maybe you can join. How about that? But yeah, so I built these windows, and I fuddled around with that for a little bit, but I came up with this shape that I liked, and I did the offset hanging lanterns, which was fun. And I really like these walls with the arches and the cobblestone with the it's the technique that all the big builders talk about, depth and texturing, right? I need to fix this so it's not dirt. And I still have some cool ideas for these like brick paths to come around here and connect up with there. I think a lot of this can be like brick, terracotta, mud block paths. I think that would be a cool idea. And I really need to start working on the interior of the castle. It's bad. The second layer, there's not much going on, but it's chill. Like, I tried to do a bigger like platform out here, because I wanted to leave the roof on the inside kind of enclosed, but also I needed some more space. So this like drawbridge across the side was kind of cool. The shelves, I like how this looks. I started getting into the copper bulbs because I collected a bunch of them from the trial chambers. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Dakota. But what if your girlfriend is not playing? No, man. I don't think I know you that well, so I'm gonna have to respectfully not invite you to my realm. But maybe someday, man. Keep keep tuning into the live streams and maybe someday. Yeah, then I taught myself how to build this redstone door. Once I had this enclosed space to play around with, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like a redstone playground. Okay, sorry, bro. Sorry, Dakota. This is where we needed to build the storage room. Every YouTuber needs a storage room. So I should have made this a lot taller. It's too short, but I really like this leaf roof. I don't love. I wanted to use the copper blocks mixed like this palette with the terracotta, the mud bricks, the copper block, right? That's what that's called. At some point, I want to build this whole area down here is still really, yeah, this is a baby pink sheep. This is 1 in a million. This was a naturally spawning baby pink sheep. That is 1 in a million, guys. So just take a moment, admire.
Wait, is it a baby again?
It's a baby again. It keeps coming back and like sometimes I'll log in and he's grown up. And sometimes I log in and he's still a baby. But he hasn't turned, yeah, he hasn't turned Tiny Takeover. I think it's because I have him name tagged. I don't know. Something is glitched about this mythical sheep.
Yeah, he's special.
But I got him living down here now because it's safe. But even though it's still a construction zone. Eventually I want it so that I can like dump my shit in this chest here. And that copper golems will... It's going to get pumped out this way and then back here and then copper golems. I don't know. One of the hermit crafters built a method like this where they have a mud block, I think, and then they put the copper golems in boats or minecarts or something. Yeah, minecarts. And then they sit right here and they can grab these 9 chests in front of them. And then this is the overflow chest if it doesn't fit in this 9, and then it goes over to the next tile. I like that it was tileable, like it's just a repeating pattern of 3x3 chest units. But I haven't gotten to finishing that yet just because once I made the storage room I was like, oh, I don't have that much shit, so a lot of these chests are still empty. Yeah, so it's still a work in progress under here, but it's a cool area. Then I built these bubble columns, which I was pretty happy with. So one is soul sand and the other is a magma block, so I can go up and down. And it let me add these cute towers out front of the castle that I think really gave it an extra level of depth that I like. It contrasts with the stone brick a little bit, and I blended it in with the mud and also with the spruce, so it's kind of blending like a lot of the different textures. Oh, I just realized that one has a fence on top and that one doesn't. Do the ones on the other side have fence on top? Let's see. Probably not. Oh, they do. Huh. Weird. Maybe it got burned off by lightning. I wonder if that's what happened. Probably not, though. Yeah, so that's another pot, I think. Big pot, whatever it's called. Pottery pot. With a mud wall on top and then a fence post to make like a sharp tip. With some texture. Yeah, so that one goes up and then this one sucks you down. And it'll burn you on your feet a little bit, but I couldn't find a way to make it, like, if you cover it up with carpet or I don't know, everything blocks the bubble column. I couldn't find a block that would allow the bubble column to go through it. Maybe leaf blocks? I don't know. If I'd like set this down one and then had a leaf block on top, might be worth trying. And then I knew I like when the bubble column is like out. I don't know. This is kind of ugly still. I might just move the wall back. Move the wall forward one so that it's in the wall and I don't need this fence. I don't know. Yeah, that's actually giving me an idea now to like bring the back of this wall more forward so that I can put something on the side of it, and then I don't need a fence in the middle here. Let me try it. Gravel blocks? No. Maybe. Probably copper blocks. Do I have a bunch? Copper bulbs. I have some up here. In the shed. There's some copper in the shed over here. Yep. Again, raided these from the trial chamber. Epic pull. I'll show you guys that in a second, actually, once we do this. Let's do this build real quick. Hold up. Mini build. Hope that water flowing didn't break anything. We do that. Again. And then do that. Do we like that? Do we like that more? Ow, ow. Oh, that's the sucker one. I forgot about. That's the sucker. Do we like that more? I don't know. I don't like that it's... It makes this, like, uneven, you know? Oh, I know what to use. I know what to use. Fence gates. Fence gates. Fence gates. Fence gates. Do I have sticks? Not that many. Yo, guys, type 1 in the chat if you want me to keep talking. Type 2 in the chat if you want me to shut the fuck up.
I don't care. I do not care.
My inventory is really filled up with this paper. Let's try this. I don't love that. I don't love that. But I think the reason I don't love it is because of the copper blocks. I think... Will these be fine? Yeah. Oh, God. I probably shouldn't use spruce logs. Then yeah. Interesting. Ow. Nerd. Interesting. My lights are gonna break. Am I gonna have to do that with copper blocks the whole way up? That's kind of crazy. And then what are these gonna be? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I kind of fuck with that. I fuck with that redo. Let's do that over here. Whoa. Right, and then I did. Oh, this is something I should talk about, is my ender chest. Shout out to whoever came up with the idea of putting shulker boxes inside the ender chest. Like, when shulker boxes came out, I don't remember it. I guess I was in college, I think. So I wasn't like playing Minecraft that much. I never utilized the shulker boxes to their full extent, like they are inside the ender chest. I put lava under this for some reason. Ow! Ow! Clip that. What time was that? 1 hour and 6 minutes. 7 minutes. Burned myself on the lava. OP. I'm gonna need one more trapdoor. Fuck.
I'm on double down because I have you on my phone and my iPad.
Oh, is that why I have 2 viewers?
Yeah.
Damn it. I thought someone else was actually in here. Dakota Weisenhunt left.
Yeah.
Did you see his comments?
A little bit, yeah. They were funny. I
Was
really wanted to play with you. Oh my god.
I too mean to Dakota Weisenhunt?
No.
No, I know.
You were funny as shit.
Like, man, I don't know who you are.
Who are you?
Sir. Oh my god, I'm out of wood. Fuck.
Bubble column.
You're really far behind now.
Yeah, it's a little set back. Yeah.
You're like 10 minutes behind. I've been working on the bubble columns for a minute. Alright. Where were we? Where the fuck were we? Put the dirt. It's not very organized down here yet. Not very organized. It's kind of a mess. Fucking wheat. Oh, here's some shears. See, shulker box is full of mud. Wow, because I went to the... Oh, Jesus Christ. That's annoying. Yeah, that's better. I went to the mangrove biome, and it was so far away. I'll have to tell that story at some point of when I saved the frogs. I guess once I get to that point in the world history review, recap, once I get to the frog collection, that's when we'll talk about it. But here's a sneak peek. At some point I had to carry 3 frogs in boats underneath a happy gas, like a real Minecrafter. See, now while I'm collecting these honey locks, let's thank our sponsor, Rose Toy. Get 15% off your next Rose Toy order when you use code MOPFROG. Use code MOPFROG at checkout and let them know we sent you. Lol. Clip that. Don't mine at night. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Captain Sparkles is old. I'm getting old. I need to get more of these blue orchids. They're really cute, and they line this path really cute. Really cute. Very, very cute. So what have we talked about? I talked about building some of the castle, building these towers, this brick thing that I'm going to work on eventually more. This section, I think the next thing I built was around the same time I built this thing, the pottery inspired house with the horses inside it, and I also built some farms for Lexi. Ignore the pumpkin slice. I built her these very miniature, simplistic walls made out of leaves that were very cute for farms. She added some of these purple blocks, very fun. But she had built her house up here on top of this mountain, right on the edge of the damn cave, right? So then I was like, okay, I need to connect her house to the castle. There's something is going on here, but we made a path at some point to connect up to her house, and she needed some help expanding. So I built these farm things. She did this, but I made these areas for her so she could add some stuff. She made this. I wrote this sign for her. Hi Pookie. She's been doing these amazing stairs. Lots of flowers. It's a flower forest, so it came very naturally. I had an issue with the nether portal where it kept spawning over here. That was driving me crazy. Yeah, so I built these. Then I built the horse thing to complement. No. I built this horse house that's part house for people and then connected to the horse pen. I have some plans for this area over here. Well, I used to have plans, but I kind of forgot what they were, so gonna have to make new plans. But I'll probably come up with something better. Yeah, so I built this. I did not have this whole chicken coop. This is as of like last week whenever the tiny takeover came in. I expanded the horse thing to make a little chicken coop. They had put out some marketing stuff that had a little chicken coop like this. So I kind of just took that idea and made it my own. But I like how they had these little, like the micro track and little holes for baby chickens to come in and out of. Yeah, super cute. Took over a lot of this space that was kind of an awkward space before, and I added these little I like these. It's campfire inside trapdoors, so it makes like a little smoke plume. Very fun. Usually I hate on the acacia wood, you know, but once you have so many builds, you can start to do like themed things. So then it becomes acceptable because it's like, oh no, it's just this one area that's acacia themed, you know. Pretty cute. So by this time I had the castle, I had the pyramid, I had that. I knew I wanted to, either expand over here or at some point I might have built it before the horse thing. I built this. I needed an iron farm, and I know on Bedrock there's issues with iron farms where they can't be next to a village, and my whole base compound is probably considered a giant village, I was assuming, so I need to build it far away. And I was able to increase my render distance enough that I could see there was some land over there. So I just saw this natural tip at the beach, and I just started building a giant path. The plan was to just go out like 128 blocks or whatever, however far an iron golem farm in Bedrock needs to be away to still work. But then once I started building out here, I realized, oh, there's some land over here. So none of this was here. This is the later edition. But the first thing I did was build all the way out here on this path. I was very meticulous about the stone bricks and the cobblestone. Give it some pizzazz. I still want to go farther. It's not even completed. Let's go. I know it's over there. There's more land that direction, but it's pretty far. A lot farther than I've already come. So this was the next build. This actually looks pretty cute when you run up on it nowadays. Oh, I need some better lighting. So when I got over here, it was a pretty nice like island. It was still connected to this sand, right? But it was only 1 block deep, so I was able to mine it, and I wanted to create a nice area where I could control the iron golem spawning, right? In Java, I feel like there's definitely way better designs for Bedrock, but I'm not that good a builder, and this is something that I could accomplish. In Java, I can build way better iron farms. But yeah, this is the fucking abomination with fucking, it's like 30 villagers, and they're all iron traders. You see the smithing tables, and then just right above them is where the iron golem spawn, and this takes the iron down below. So it's pretty much just like a village in a box. And the iron golems spawn up here, and they get killed by the lava. Sometimes they spawn. Sometimes I have to like leave the world and come back in to get it to work, and it works better during the daytime instead of when they're sleeping. So it's really not that good, but I haven't needed any projects where I need 1,000,000 iron yet, so I've been making do. I feel like at some point it's gonna need an upgrade, especially probably because I want to build like a rail. Oh, God, these damn fucking vultures. God, the worst mob ever added to Minecraft. I want to build a rail that goes around the whole main base. That's like elevated up. So it's kind of like a big wall that goes around the whole base with a minecart track on top. And I'm going to need a lot of iron to do that. I don't love this tough build, but it's alright. Probably some bullshit in here. Yeah. On Bedrock, when you have a village, they'll spawn keep spawning cats, and they keep getting put into the iron golem farm. But the max that they'll spawn is 5. So if you can, I trapped 5 cats and put them all in this house so that none spawn up in the kill zone, and they just stay in this little house in here. And I could probably actually go to sleep in here with them.
Amazing.
But under here is the oh, the guts of the iron farm. This is just very simple. You get the iron, comes down here, and the poppies. You'll see, because I can hear some are dying right now. Yep, here we go. Let's hopefully we get a poppy so we can see. And nope. Oh, can he not go in there when I'm in there? Yeah. He's gonna take the iron. He's gonna put it in there. It's supposed to go down here and get crafted into blocks, but there's an issue because some poppies got in here. It's getting a little backed up. Poppies are supposed to go in here. I don't know why sometimes, and I don't need the poppies to craft into anything, so they're just nothing. I don't know why sometimes he puts the... Oh, I do know why. Because sometimes this will go to 0. And then he checks this chest first. Maybe I need to put the poppies on this side and I don't know. He checks this chest first. So if this goes to 0 and he has a poppy in his hand, if he sees an empty chest, he'll put anything in it. So if this goes to 0, he'll put the poppies in here, which then gets fed into the auto crafter and breaks the build. But it's not that big a deal. It works. It's fine. I have enough iron to last me a little bit. If I want to do this rail project, then maybe it's not going to last that long, but whatever. I have cuter things to build, and I hate dealing with the mechanics of trying to spawn the golems and stuff. It's working now. See, it mostly works during the day. You can hear them dying. There's an unusual amount of glow squid that spawn over here. I don't know what that is. Like, there must be a cave that's under here. Yeah. But I don't kill them over here because, they look sick. There's a bunch of them. I would like their ink sacs, but, like, it's cool that they just swim around, like, right at the surface here. So I kind of let them go. The iron golems, 99% of the time will spawn up there, but I had to add, these, half slabs down on the whole island, which kind of looks stupid, but whatever. It's just, it's like all the way out here. Doesn't matter. This is a fucking creeper farm that I hate, but I don't know. I'm not too good at building like spawners like this, and I hate stuff floating in the sky like this, but I needed a gunpowder farm really bad when I got the elytra, so it is what it is. If PTV Lex is watching, can we get a 1 in the chat? Number 1. He's number 1. Yeah, so I'm really digging this world tour. This is fun. I built that crazy thing over there. Then I knew I needed to build up the shoreline a little more. And I was digging the acacia vibe, so I built a little acacia mud brick wall. That was super fun. These acacia trees make really satisfying shade. Number 1 fan. Number 1 fan. Slap! Slap! Yeah, so then I built this like other desert hut. This is cute, but it's unfinished. I had this idea of like these square houses and these like holes in here and a villager living in here, and I did the drip leaves. That's kind of fun. They look cool. Added a little texture here. I wanted like villager houses that connect to a larger main room. I raided the ocean monument. That was fun because I really wanted these. They make crazy noises when I walk on them. The prismarine blocks. Are these copper blocks or prismarine? Oh shit, that's copper block. These are prismarine. Cool combo. Oxidized copper and prismarine and quartz. Fun. Ooh. A big pot with a small pot with an acacia sapling. Fire build. You're here watching the History Channel. Ancient Aliens. We found ancient inscriptions of 420. There's gonna be some weird shit in this chest. Ice and buttons, huh? Yeah, and the ceiling on this house is not done. Look at this, is not done. I gave up halfway through because I was more invested in building the wall, which is also not done because I don't know how I want to connect it. But now that I have this up here, this area is getting a lot more enticing to be able to connect. I have a plan here, obviously, to build prismarine. It's the blocks that make up the ocean monument, which is actually right here. So I was actually able to connect it to my path and build right out here to the ocean monument. And that right there, that's the trial chamber. So like this house had the skeleton farm right next to the house, if you remember from like 30 minutes ago. Trial chamber that I found underneath while mining, underground while mining, and then I dug straight up right there. And then ocean monument. There's actually a second ocean monument over here. Somewhere nearby, there's a second ocean monument. I think it's this way. It's actually pretty crazy. How's my elytra? Can't find it. Oh, there it is. Second ocean monument. Crazy. Big ravine. Not that far from my house. Less than 1,000 blocks. Like, not even close. I'm bad at judging distances by elytra flight time. Yeah, so we got a little beach slash jungle slash acacia vibes over here. This was like I realized I was gonna need I didn't have any cocoa beans. So I made a little tree. Put a bunch of cocoa beans on this tree. A lot of this stuff I could probably build like automatic farms for, but it's just not my style. I'd rather just like play kind of like normal, and every once in a while I'll come over here and collect these. And you don't need that many, but part of the fun of Minecraft is just collecting a lot of different kind of items. I mean, like I have 600 cocoa beans, like that's pretty sick. Yeah, so I want to build these two circular towers that kind of connect in the middle with prismarine, kind of, yeah, that come up, and then this one's taller, and the trees are next to them, and they connect to this house in some way. I don't know. I might need to push this back or something. Like, obviously, I chop this out to flatten it a little bit. So I don't know if I'm gonna extend this wall straight across or curve it, or I don't know. Then once I built that, the garden was not there, but the castle was up there, and you know, so I had this kind of connection route through here. I added these like trees, so I like this down here. I could probably make some paths down here too. And then I started hearing people talk in videos about oh, a good way to, if you're gonna need a lot of chests for a lot of very late game like farms and builds and stuff, you need hella chests. You always need chests. You know, if you're gonna collect a bunch of items, you're always gonna need more chests. You need chests to make hoppers. That's a really big thing with chests. And you'll run out of wood, so an easy way to make a lot of chests is to have a bamboo farm. So I built these like circular like pads. In my head they were gonna be like zoo pens where I like built the walls up and there were like pandas in there, but then they just turned into like, oh, I put an acacia tree in the middle and then a bunch of bamboo around it, and now I can like chop down all the bamboo in this like little circular pad and then go collect it. I put these copper trapdoors on the tree so I don't mine it when I'm going to collect the bamboo. But I kind of like this, that it's dense. I've done like big rows in the past for bamboo farms that I didn't love. So I thought these were kind of cute, a little unique, kind of fun, a little different. Just put the cocoa beans in here. Oh wait, I know where they go. See, I'm bad at eating. In here? In here? Yeah. So it's still a work in progress over here, but yeah. Yeah. So once I build those, we're getting near to the end, guys. This is some of my late game stuff. I've had a lot of breaks, long breaks of not building stuff between a lot of these builds, and a lot of this was done without an elytra or anything, so we just recently got the elytras and killed the ender dragon. So I've been like trying to pick up the pace a little bit and get some cooler builds, collect a lot more blocks. Definitely have to remember we need to make some beacons, kill the wither. I had some planning walls over here. Super smelter, I don't have. Nether hub, I don't have. Trading hall, don't have. World map, don't have. Which I usually like building the world map really early. I think those are super fun. I should do that now that I have the elytra. Underground base, I don't really have. I have a little bit of in the castle, but there was other things on here that I completed, like raid the ocean monument, get an elytra. But let's make a new one for let's do, whoa, kill the wither, get a beacon. There we go. Kill the wither and get a beacon. What's something else we need to do? Oh, that's cute. Whoa, scary noise. Screenshot. I don't know. That's all for now. Yeah, so I think some of the there's a bunch of little stuff I'm like forgetting probably. Like I have another mini bubble elevator over here that goes to this, like, this is my like kind of super smelter, little lava farm. I should build, oh, somewhere I want to build a big like lava farm factory looking thing. You know, like I don't know, some kind of factory looking build where there's a big lava farm in it. That would be sick. Should do that at some point. I wonder, like, I have an area that's like over here. Maybe I could do it over here. I don't know. I chopped down the top of this mountain. I don't know if Lexi even ever saw this. I chopped down the top of this mountain and might build something here. I don't know. So when the Tiny Takeover came out last week, I was like, let me build this chicken pen. I talked about that earlier. And then the other thing I wanted to build was this pie, this pumpkin pie for Pie Day. And I got the idea that I should build some like picto art. So pumpkin pie picto art. I don't know if this counts as picto art, but the bee, which is pretty sick. I really like the bee and the baby chicken. I did the baby chicken first, then I did the pumpkin, then I did the bee. The bee, obviously, because it goes above the bee like farm. That's sick. The pumpkin house is cute. I really like it. It's super cute. It's not super integrated with everything yet, but, and it's kind of barren on the inside because there's no villagers over here, but it's gonna be good. I just got it connected like right to the castle right here, so this is gonna be a nice like central place. Like we need to build all paths here. Then this is my piece de resistance. Baby hedge farm, which I don't know. I like the half slabs, but maybe I need full tall bushes too. I don't know. It's still a work in progress over here, but I wanted an area to show off a lot of the flowers because I had that big flower chest over there, and a way to counteract some of the stone vibes of the this castle entrance. So I wanted to build like a rose garden, hedge garden, garden maze area that like kind of blocks the entrance so that you have to go through this garden maze to like get up to the castle. Um, Still, like, see these edges here are not like fully fleshed out, but like, see there's some blocks missing here, but like the more you go towards the castle, a lot of it is like nice and decorated in here, doing different like color palette sections. So this is like a blue and white section, and then this is obviously the rose garden section, like right leading up to the door. And then there's the big pond in the middle, of course, which is super cute. Man-made pond. I love this build. This is super cute. With I can still do some more accents in there. I want to do some more like mossy cobblestone and stuff, but I add the firefly bushes and put some sugarcane and kelp and the drip leaves and these cute lanterns that are weirdly textured with signs in the middle and a boat. Very fun. It's a fun environment. These little like hedges. I should put some flowering azaleas on there because they look like grapes. I think Corrales did that. Then, oh my god. So when I went to get all that mud that's in the downstairs chests to find the mangrove biome, because I needed more mud, because I know I want to do more mud builds, but I didn't. That mud farm was not producing enough. Way too slow, having to fill up the water bottles all the time. So I had to go to the mangrove farm, found some frogs in the mangrove, and I was like, holy shit, I love the Minecraft frogs. I've never even had one. Let me steal it. But I was like 5,000 blocks away. I'm so mad I don't know where the white one is. I think he died. That's so depressing. Anyways, I built the pond first here. There was some like I was gonna build the villager trading hall here, but it got moved. It wasn't working. I had it planned to be here for a long time, and I never got motivated to build it. So I took that as a sign to build something else and build the hedge farm. So I made the pond and I started building around it. I started outlining the hedges and stuff, and there was this like curved wall. You know, this curved wall, and I started building these stairs that go up to this next level with the pie and stuff. And so I was like, what if I recess the wall a little bit and put a glass wall and put like a little nature scene. At first it was just, oh, a nature scene behind the wall. But then when I found the frogs, I was like, oh my god, they would love to live in there. So I put a little pond, and I dragged the frogs using the happy gas boat method. This is how I get in here. Isn't this sick? Because I put the trapdoors on the side, and then I can sneak in by crouching, and they can't get out. I climb up these blocks, and then I can jump up there. But let's see. Do we... No, the white frog is gone. No, that was one of the moms. The white frog is gone. Damn, because I wanted to start getting frog lights. That's alright. This is a white section, white flowers. I did a little extra bees over here for the yellow section. A little more, one more bee. I don't know if there's a bee even in there. There is a campfire under there, so I can harvest it, but I'm going to build a big tree here. I don't know if a custom tree or just a big spruce tree or a big dark oak or something. But I did some like different patterns to the hedge maze. It's not super a maze, but the hedge garden. I definitely need to make some of these hedges taller though. And then this was the second way I was able to connect it up to the pumpkin that I like. I'm gonna build maybe some fences up here and make this like a little fenced off area, the top of the frog enclosure. I thought about building a big frog. I don't know. Like the bee, but a frog. Might do that. But it's kind of useless, so I'm trying to focus on things that are giving me a little utility now, because I just built this that's just cute, not really. It's useful as a fucking parkour playground. Really fun for that. Really, really fun. And looks good in the YouTube videos, so. And now I'm connecting it back around to the castle, giving the castle some more greenery vibes. Like, this area is fun too. I didn't talk about the whole saga of adding this path. Like, at first this was one big thing and I split it in half. Yeah, this is where it all began. I think I need to hit 2 hours on the stream, guys. It's been an hour and 40, and I think 2 hours is going to be a good stream time for the algo. But yeah, I think that is most of the builds that we have in the Forever Realm. So I hope this has been hype. I hope this is getting everyone excited about building some more stuff. A lot of these videos are going to be boring, but like, fall asleep to it. It's just super casual. A lot of it I'm just going to be parkouring around and thinking of stuff and being way too high, not knowing what to do. But I have bursts of motivation, right? And I think if I start recording some of these, it's going to give me some more motivation to grind some of the builds out. Like, I forced myself to do these gravel paths today, which they're not perfect, but they're here, and that's better than them not being here. That is a lesson for life. That is a lesson for life. Who else builds the sugarcane along the natural river coastline? This was a nice cove. This is where I first settled. Was this little cove. A cove. And oh, this was fun. I don't know why this is all fucked up with andesite. This where the grass was peeking out, and I was like, oh, this river that runs through here, if you just connect this peak, there was already a big gravel pile right here, and I was like, if you just connect this gravel pile over to this peak, it's gonna like dam off the river and give you this little pool, pond, cove, river dam. So that's what I did. I built a gravel river dam. And I knew that the Nautilus, my villager thing was here, so protect it. And I knew the Nautilus was coming. Also got the zombie Nautilus. So I was like, oh, this little cove area would be perfect. Eventually I'm gonna build some like underwater houses here once I get the conduit. I think that would be really fun to build the conduit and some underground like houses, maybe glass dome houses. Maybe just fully open stone ruins, because the conduit you'll be able to breathe underwater, I think, fully. So no need to build airlocks, I guess. But yeah. Oh, that was weird. I just like turned my game sound off. I don't know if that also went for you guys, but I accidentally clicked the button and turned the game sound off. Yeah. I've done a lot of clay harvesting in a lot of these waters. Like, oh my god, I swum around for clay for so long to build a lot of the bricks. I still need more clay. That's like unrenewable resource. It's a finite resource, and I don't like it. I'm not happy about it. Sugarcane, on the other hand, Renewable AF. Should be growing. Oh, I have a sugarcane chest down here. I keep pump faking you guys like you think I'm gonna turn the stream off, and then I don't. Because I'm trying to hit 2 hours. It's currently 12:16 a.m. Not insanely late because it's Saturday, but past my bedtime, bro. Guys, if you watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Fire New Channel. Mop Frog. Coming at you. How about that? How about that? People are gonna have like tryptophobia about that or something. See, this might be, yeah. I need to acquire some resources before I pull this apart, but it's definitely gonna be bricks and granite and stuff. More grass than up here, I think. I need to spend a lot of time just running around and absorbing to find out what I want to really build, you know? And I do really want to build a tree here. Maybe let me put that on the list. Custom tree. That should be something that we build, because I've never really built custom trees, and I know it's been a very popular subject of YouTube videos. At least one custom tree. At least one. I'm not gonna make myself do a whole forest like some of these crazy MFers out here doing whole entire forests, doing videography. Like, I need to move these mushrooms too. I should have a big mushroom area. Mushroom swamp, dark oak mushroom dark oak forest, like over here. No. I already have the other biomes. Let it spread out a little bit. It should really be like over here. This whole area is really flat. Yeah, one here could be big. The flatness makes it kind of boring though. Like, it's nice to build when you have some hills. Gives you like natural. This could be a big dark oak forest section. No, it shouldn't be. I don't know what that's gonna be. It's so barren. Such a barren fucking spot. I need to build something right here too. This I know I want something here, and I think it's got to be a diagonal build. Because there's a big like open space here. So I put this here as like a placeholder kind of thing to see how I felt with something there when I was running around. Does it interrupt the flow? Is there a certain shape that would fill that area in a satisfying way? And nothing has been super, super appealing. So I've kind of been holding off. That's the thing. If the build is not like calling your name, then don't build it. You know? Only do a build. This is kind of a good, screenshot. Only do a build if it's calling your name. I don't know how the YouTube, like, algo works. Like, is this gonna get pushed as a regular video? Are people gonna be able to see the VOD? I don't think VOD recordings, like, come up in your, like, YouTube feed. I don't know, maybe they do. Oh, I really want to build something up here on top of the pyramid as like a little topper to make it a kind of a house. I wanted to leave this open, but I also want to make it like the map room, the world map on top of the pyramid. But then I'm like, oh, is it a good spot? I could have a whole separate build dedicated to a map tower or something, map room. And that's what I said earlier, is that, oh, I should prioritize having many different kinds of builds, functional builds. So I might just build a topper on this at some point. That could be something I do soon. But building like a unique roof is annoying and not satisfying. That's why I quit over there, because I got annoyed with stressing about, oh, I just flew right through this, stressing about how this looked. I think I actually quit this because I needed gunpowder, so I quit this to make the gunpowder farm, the creeper farm. So I could probably return to this. Let me see if there's some sandstone blocks. Oh, there's more chests over there. Yeah, here's some sandstone. Yeah, let me take that. Let me take that. Regular sandstone, and then cut, and then smooth sandstone slab. Cut sandstone slab, that's it. Take some of these. Chiseled. Did I do any chiseled? So I was doing like, oh god. I don't know, I don't love these stairs. They work alright. Nope. Oh, I don't have copper, Jesus. Where's the damn crafting table? I should probably use the... There's the happy gas. I keep moving him around because I don't really have a house for him. He keeps moving around, moving and cruising. This house could maybe use a glass dome on the top. No. What does it need on the top? Maybe just... It needs some depth, so there's going to be at least a little more terracotta. Okay, it has half slabs above it with, okay. Interesting. With stairs and then regular sandstone block. Maybe chiseled. Bruh. Happy gas is in the damn way. Oh my god. How do I get to the happy gas? Yup, that's why this is up here. There you go. Hmm. Guys, Lexi is snoring in the other room. How's that look? That looks pretty good. I think there needs to be another level. So that means behind that needs to be terracotta. Terracotta, no. Really? I mined some terracotta somewhere. Oh, I used it all for dyeing for the bees. That's so for the bee build and the pumpkin build. Oh, there's probably terracotta in here. Red terracotta, shit. And maybe in the pumpkin. Yes. Orange terracotta. Oh, yes. Regular terracotta. Let's go. side, it's a half slab on the bottom of these. They look like sandstone still. Nice. Say, don't do that to me. This is a very weird shaped house, but it's alright. Are these... They're... I think they want cotton ones. Shit. Okay now. That might be the roof. Yep, that's the top. Put cobblestone slabs, buttons, buttons. Any buttons? Give me. Probably make some. Oh, I know where the buttons are. Haha. They're all up in here somewhere. Wrong buttons. Jesus. This is crazy. This is crazy. Just make it in my inventory. See, this one I need an ender pearl to just... Can I do this? Just... Yep. Can't get up there. not sure how that looks perfect yet, but you can leave it there for today. I like how it looks in general. Give that a little. Let me go back here. Walk backwards. Very fun, guys. Alright, I'm gonna call it for tonight. Thank you everyone who tuned in for the first stream. Very fun. And good night.